It's Lebanese authorities that have announced that Israeli strikes killed 37 people in the past 24 hours since late on Thursday evening. Attacks on Beirut appear to have intensified, with a source close to Hezbollah that has informed that foreign media that Israel had conducted 11 consecutive strikes on the group's stronghold in the capital south in one of the most violent raids since Israel intensified its bombardment. As far as this campaign that started last week, according to Israeli media, it is the successor of Nasrallah. Hashim Safieddine, the presumed next leader of Hezbollah, was a target of the airstrikes that took place in the last 24 hours. Now, Hezbollah has not commented on the claims that have been made, but the head of the World Health Organization has called for the urgent facilitation of flights to deliver health supplies to Lebanon, saying that medical supplies cannot be delivered due to the almost complete closure when it comes to the airport in Beirut. Meanwhile, the risk of an escalating war between Israel and Iran is testing the global market's faith that crude oil prices, like we discussed, can be insulted from a widening perspective when it comes to widening of hostilities across the Middle East. And we have Deepika Saraswat, Associate Fellow of IDSA, joining us. Deepika, just take us through the impact of the escalation on other countries, especially India.
See, let me just start by saying that my views do not reflect the views of my institute, MPIDSA. So the conflict, as it has very quickly escalated in last few days, I mean, over the last 1 year, in fact, there have been repeated instances where, direct exchange of fire between Iran and Israel has, really enhanced the, likelihood of a wider conflict. So once again, any kind of conflict in the region involving Iran is of immediate concern for India, for the obvious reasons, as you've just discussed, about the energy prices skyrocketing, reacting very quickly, and also, our trade with the Gulf states, with the UAE, with Saudi Arabia, in any kind of hostility, that will also be severely impacted, having wide ramifications for the economy that one can only begin to understand, and also the presence of diaspora, any kind of conflict. I mean, as of now, it's in Lebanon, where we have a far smaller presence of people of, Indian diaspora. But if the conflict was to spread, I think for us, the presence of 8-9 million Indians is going to be of very serious concern. Their safety or their possible expansion of war is going to be a huge issue for us. So it's only natural that the Indian leadership has joined the calls for avoiding further escalation by the parties.
Right, Deepika, take us through the relationship that India shares with Iran and the relationship that India shares with Israel.
See, with Iran, our relationship is it's been turbulent, but it's a long-standing relationship. And as you're familiar, earlier this year we signed the long-term 10-year agreement on India's operation of the Jhabba port. So that makes it very clear that for us, Iran is the inevitable, the very important land bridge connecting to Central Asia, Afghanistan, and beyond. And there is no doubt about it. I mean, no matter how much pressure we face, whether from Americans or from other parties, Iran has a crucial role as far as our regional connectivity is concerned. And we've had, relations in terms of, the energy that we were buying, which is currently, we're not buying as of now, but at the same time, what Iran does in the region will have an immediate bearing on our energy security, on our economic security. So, a dialogue and understanding with Iran remains important. As far as Israel is concerned, we have very long-standing defense ties with Israel. We have growing people-to-people ties, economic ties. We've been discussing an FTA with Israel in recent years. And of course, as part of the IMEC, a mega project that we unveiled last year at the G20 summit. So both the countries remain very important for India in its West Asia, broader West Asia policy. So for us, of course, the challenge remains that we keep a balance between the two.